So here I have file A, right? You're able to see the screen, right? File A, capital, this file A, right? So I want to give that this one here, I want to give the right access to the group. So now what is the uh, permissions and number I have to use here? See here I have file A. So I want to give the right access to the group. So what is the command I have to use? Okay. Okay. So what is the confusion here? It is, so all the times you have to verify the file permissions if you want to give the uh, any permission to be added, right? But I don't want to do that. See, always if I mess up something here, like I already have some user already has execute permissions, but I want to give the permissions to the group. Then I have to remember what is the user permission has on the file, right? But in this case, if I have only one file, but I have a multiple files or multiple recurrence files on the same directory, I want to give the right access to the group. Then how we have to give? So not only the numeric values here, we also have an a alphabetical values here to assign a permissions. Alphabetical means in the sense user. So user in the sense we have U, okay, G and X for others. Sorry, O for others. Okay. So U plus read, write, execute. G plus read, write, execute, and others also we can give the rewrite, execute permissions here. Okay, so no need to verify your what is the values you already have, and based on these values you have to calculate what is the number I wanted to give. Okay, in this scenario what we can simply do here, it is G for group. Okay, I want to give the permissions to the group, I want to give the right permissions. Okay, so what are the permissions you already have? So what is the permissions you did not have on that file, but I want to give the right access to the group? You can simply type chmod g plus w and file name, so that you can simply assign the right permissions to the group. Okay, does not require to the number, always you did not remember the number. Okay, always maybe you wanted to assign a multiple files right permissions, but you have to remember all the files one by one, right? That is not required here. So you can simply do a chmod. Okay, simply do here it is. Okay, chmod and g plus w and type. Okay, before that, so what I'm going to show here, it is file A has read write for the user, read for group and read for others. Okay, so now what I'm going to do here, it is g plus w and file A. Okay, and type file permissions here. So change the group permissions. So I don't need to remember the numbers, whatever the numbers it has, or whatever the permissions the file already has. Okay, so no need to do that. So I can simply do a chmod. Okay, I want to execute permissions to the user. Okay, I can simply provide a executable permissions to the file A by providing the plus symbol x, read write x. Okay, r w x and u g o. So if you want to assign all the permissions at a time, like I want to assign a I want to assign permissions for the user, group and others at a time, you can use the numerical values. Okay, or if I want to assign a particular permissions to the particular group, the particular object or something, like I can say that only for the user or only for the group or only for the others. So then that time you no need to do remember the numbers, what are the numbers you already have, and adding the numbers, something like that. Okay, you can simply do by chmod. Okay, so what I'm doing here, it is ugo, in the sense I'm adding the permissions to the users, groups and others. Okay, full rights here. Okay, simply you can add the full rights, read, write, execute, rewrite, execute, rewrite, execute for the users, groups and others. Okay, if I want to remove a value from the others, I don't want to give the others. Okay, I just want to minus the other permissions here. Okay, you can simply remove by using a minus symbol. Okay, so now what happens here, it is I just revoke the others permissions. Okay, if you want to revoke something here, so I want to revoke a execute permissions from the group. Okay, you can simply minus that permissions here. So groups got, yeah, yeah, users adding add. Yes, tell me. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, not minus one, it's not minus one, it's minus x. See here, this is the command. Okay, we are not dealing with any numerical values here, we are dealing with the alphabetical values here. Okay, u. Yes, so see here, simply, okay, u equal to user value. Okay, g equal to group value. Okay, and o equal to other value. Okay, so u equal to user value, in the sense user has read and write, execute. Okay, you can do plus read and write, execute, in the sense you are adding the permissions to the user. Okay, u minus read and write, execute. Okay, you are removing the permissions to the user. Okay, g plus read and write, execute, so you are adding the permissions to the group. Okay, g plus g minus read and write, execute, so you are removing the permission from the group. So o plus read and write, execute, so you are adding the permissions for the others. Okay, so like this you can add the permissions for the user, group and others. Okay, so like this, what are the permissions you wanted to add, you can use the simple use. So if you want to add all the at a time, okay, you can use uzo, or if you want to only add for the users and groups, you can use uo, or if you want to users and others, you can use like this. Okay, if you want only users, okay, you can use u. If you want only group, you can use g. Like that you can use the values as you required. Okay, so like that we can give. So this is the about the permissions allocate assigning the permission, so you can also change the permission ownership. We already did that. Ch own. Okay, you can change the user ownership and group ownership, or if you want to change only the group ownership, okay, chgrp, you can just simply change the group ownership. Okay, so this is about the simply the permission values. Okay, so if you want to assign some sticky bit values, okay, so we can also use a number, right? So like one, the ch mode 1 number, 2 2 number, 4 number, like that, uid gad sticky bit. Okay, instead if you want to assign a sticky bit, you can also use the ch mode hyphen t. T is the sticky bit you can use. Okay, capital T in the sense sticky bit without execute permissions. You can also use small t for with execute permissions. Okay, so like that also you can use. Now we are going to see a wildcard character. So what these mean by wildcard characters in the sense, so we have wildcard characters as two. Okay, one is question mark, another one is the star mark. Okay, so what this you already maybe know in before the in the oracle also. Okay, this question mark, what it will do here, it is wild characters in the sense, if you don't know something on that file naming convention, something like this here, so I have file characters here, it is 5. Okay, but I know only 4, I don't know the fifth one. Okay, then you can use like ls hyphen l and file question mark. So this question mark, what it will do here, it is the question mark will replace one character in the sense, whatever the character you have in that place, it will be replaced. So what it does, it is file 1, file a, file b, so it is replaced 1ab. Star in the sense it will come all the files, right? So suppose say if I have like touch file 1 2 3, yeah, yes, not from the fifth place. See, wherever you put the question mark, it will be replaced there itself. Yeah, so what I'm doing here, it is I am doing like this. Here it is the question mark, here it is the question mark. So like that, so wherever you keep the question mark, so that time it will replace that character. No, we have a lot of, but so what I'm telling here, it is we are going in deep. So just I started with the question mark and star mark. So star replaces a number of characters, a number of characters in the sense before or after. Okay, so if you want to do a directory fetching by using a process, okay, so something like if I want to fetch like this ls, okay, and abc star, so and whatever the files here is started with the a or b or c will be fetched here. So I have the files only in this location, starting with a is only one file, starting with b is nothing, starting with c is nothing. Okay, so that you can use like this, or else if I want to do something like this, so I want to do a to c, so one of the file is starting with the 2, so within that process if you want to do something, you can also use like this. So where this will be utilized in the sense, sometimes we have the a lot of files on one directory, okay, but I want to only particular things from that. In the sense, I want to only fetch only the characters which are starting with the A, or only characters which are starting with the B, something like that. So you can use these type of, okay. Or else if I want to exclude, okay, I want to exclude ABC except ABC or A to C, all the files should be fetched. So what are the files are there? It is showing. See here, file 1, file 2, file 3, all the files are showing. Okay, like this you can also use, it will be little bit more clear, right? So like this you can also use not in the sense, whatever the characters you provide within that process will be excluded. Okay, so if I want a range of characters which are starting from 0 to 9, you can also use like this, 0 to 9. Yeah, 0 to 9 in the sense 2 is started with the number, right? From 0 to 9, I am saying what are the which are the file is starting from 0 to 9. So the file is starting with 2. Oh, okay, okay, it is not, this is the file name here. I used here L. Yes. Uh, Rickson. Uh, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure with algorithm this one. Okay. Okay. So in this case, if I want to do only the uppercase characters, okay, I want to see only the uppercase characters which are starting with the uppercase. Okay, you can use like this. So what happens here, it is what whichever the files are starting with the uppercase will be shown here. See, desktop the documents download, all the files are starting with the uppercase. Okay, in the same way if you want to see in a lowercase, you can also use lowercase. Okay, if you want to see only digits, in the sense what are the, as of now we used 0 to 9, right? In the same way digits also is the one option. Or if you want to see only the alpha in the sense only the which of the files are starting with the alpha numbers, alpha, not the numbers. Okay, or if you want to do alpha numeric, then you can type ALNUM, so that it does not have a meaning, right? You can simply use star, it will fetch all the things. Or alphanumeric also do the same thing. Okay, so this is a simple thing about the how we can do a fetching the files, or something like if you want to copy certain files, or if you want to remove certain files, or if you want to do fetching the files, so, using these methods you can retrieve your output, whatever the exact output you want, right? Sometimes I want to delete only the files, certain files, something like a temporary file, something like this. So the files will be created like this: temp1, temp2, temp3, temp4, or temp.0, temp.1, temp.2, something like that. Okay, see, suppose say if you go here, see here, there are the files which are starting with something like this, secure hyphen some date. Okay, so in this case what we can do here, it is we can put secure hyphen star, so it will delete all the files which are secure hyphen. Okay, sometimes, so there are the different variations in the files. Okay, so whatever the variations you wanted to you use for removing or fetching or copying, so along with the other commands like ls command, copy command, rm command, you can utilize these wildcard characters to bring your required output or copy your required files or remove required files only. Okay, this is only about the wildcard characters, nothing we have much here, so it's a simple thing we can do here. Yeah, see, whenever you are writing some scripts, right, so that time it's more plays a major role on the these wildcard characters. Okay.